I am beyond Shakespearean too, spoken for you. You only cared for skin deep appearances on a pedestal, a trophy in your display, but true connection hidden behind your grace. A lost in shallow waters, no depths to explore. Feigning for love for all eyes, our true selves ignored. Now the memories linger, scars upon my heart. Anger's fire ignites, tearing us far apart. You only saw my surface, the image I portrayed. But beneath your shallow gaze, my soul began to fade. I'm breaking these illusions. No longer will I stay in your world of looks, where heart and soul decay. Remember our first date, laughing in the rain, but your smile soon faded, replaced by disdain. Our shared dreams and passions, forever neglected. Emotional connection cruelly rejected. Lost in shallow waters, no depths to explore. Faint of love for all eyes, our true selves ignored. No, now the memories linger, scars upon my heart. Anger, fire ignites, tearing us far apart. Hatred burns within me. Regrets fill the void. Was it all an act, gameplay to exploit? But I've learned my worth, no longer under your reign. Regrets better, stain filled with bitter stain, filled with this song of disdain. Now I embrace freedom, no longer misunderstood. Even behind the shadows, the pain that once stood. With strength and self-love, I walk my chosen path, leaving behind your ghost, renewing me aftermath. Snakes meet each other in the dark, but if their feet are too sore, then they can't start an arc. If their tongues don't work, their love can't make a mark. So they tell her a story of a whore and the glory, and of the glory of skin on skin, but it was too gory. Fish got love, like all air they need. I gasped in the dark for the air you feed at me as our teeth tend to meet and the light that we lead. So she told her story of gasping and grabbing, but solely it was said to be a lie. The story led me to believe that you were no more than the snakes was to Eve, but Eve loved nature and didn't love to run, so she learned to grieve, about it was no fun. I don't hate her, I love her like I once did. She forgot me, buried my memory in the dirt, but how could I forget when she was one and only? She was my one and only, just like a precious stone. I can still feel her touch, soft touch on my chest, her nails tearing at my flesh. The marks are the last memories of her, all I have left of her. Her eyes are still looking at me as if they follow me everywhere, but it seems she is nowhere but everywhere. She left marks on me that no one can see, that no one can erase. She put curses on me that no one can unite, that no one can untie. I can still feel her body on mine. Last at night, late at night, when she told me she couldn't sleep, I can still feel her movements, but slow but agile. Even if I haven't felt it for a long time, I can still feel her hands running through my hair, like in the old days when she loved to touch me. Even if a lot of the time has passed, I still remember every moment. I can still hear her muffled voice, and I remember her words perfectly. I'll never leave you, but she did not keep her word. I still feel it with me in everything I do, wherever I go, even though I know we will never see each other again. By the fear she held so tight, by the doubt that might be just right. She wants to be seen, she wants to be heard, but she's too scared to be shown. She was heartbroken, always been dread, always been dead, and she should have known. Friends and foes were fret, watching her reign, and she was too heartbroken to feel for always wondered for who she was made for. She was heartbroken, heartbreak, warfare. No one ever wins in the end. A wonder to be chosen because she was a maybe, a probably, sometimes even a definitely, but never the one. Feelings of damage, nothing but the soul emptiness, waiting to be feared in her, wanting to be the one to end things, wanting all. Repairs and broken, repairs again. Fixed ones never hold, always broken. Moving along, trying to pace. New smiles, fake love, heartless motives. I recently never stopped spitting to infinity. I want to take it back. What we had was everything. Don't leave me alone without a reason. I need to see some proof. All alone, it hurts deep inside. I feel the empty soul, leaving myself with nothing but physical pain. I want to stay there, but it also hurts to move on. An orange flame from a candle, a picture illuminated in the light. Clouds high above us in the sky. A dance with her, our hands holding each other's as I spin her around. Brown hair in a blue dress, flying through the air. We're smiling and having fun. I blow out the candle, the picture is gone. The clouds have blown away. No more dancing with her. I wish I could hate her. I wish I could see her as a mistake. But she's too sweet for me to hate her. And I know that I would always return to her if she called me. Why does everyone talk about the bright side of love? I would like to at least forget her. I wish I didn't care anymore. But those eyes keep me coming back. And when she wants, she can have me on my knees in a second. Why didn't I forget it? 2 years have already passed. I would at least block her number, but we both know I never will. Her hands, however many times she would hit me, I'll still give her whatever she wants. That's why I love her, right? Why don't I realize she's keeping me tied up? I would like it if she gave me an ultimatum. I wish she would at least stop answering me. Every time she will yell at me for something I didn't do, I'll still make it up for her when she needs it. Is it really that bad? Why am I so blind? Love is blind, rhyme after rhyme. Only God knows why that love is blind. Only God knows why that love is blind. Only God knows why that love is blind. I would at least want her to kill me. I would at least not want her to know to go. I know very well what I'm doing. I know it's not good, but you would do the same if you were me. I'm crazy, right? I would at least want her to leave. I would at least want whatever this is to fail. I don't think she is good for my health. I think I should do something. Why couldn't I do anything? I want to let go. I want her to let me go. Nothing can subdue me. I'd rather die than have killed me. One last kiss, and then I jump out the window and leave her a goodbye note on the side of my bed. The sun sets on the horizon as I stand here all alone. The memories of you come flooding back, and I can't help but moan. I remember the way you smiled and the way you laughed out loud. I remember the way you held my hand and the way you make me proud. But now you're gone, and I'm all alone, and I don't know what to do. I wish that I could turn back time and be there again with you. I miss the way you used to sing and the way you danced with grace. I miss the way you used to cook and the way you lit up the place. But now you're gone, and I'm all alone, and I don't know what to do. I wish that I could turn back time and be there again with you. Yes, it's true, Times Square could never shine as bright as you. The tears fall down my face as I say my last goodbye. I know that you're in a better place, but it's so hard to say goodbye. I'll be there for you. Mark my words, I swear it's true. When you breathe, I want to be there for you. I'll be there for you. I'll live and not die for you. I'll die and I'll cry for you. When you breathe, I want to be there for you. I'll be there for you. Tears fall down my face as I say my last goodbye. I know that you're in a better place, but it's so hard to say goodbye. I'll always remember the love we shared and the memories we made. I'll always cherish the time we had and the love that will never fade. I would welcome more ideas, more poetry. I'm not spending never endingly. 2 more days till I see you. 6 more hours till I'm in your arms. 3 more minutes till you take my hand. There was a new comfort in the regularity of my life. Simple routines like that make me happy. And even when life was unpredictable, the countdown lived in my mind. 3 days since I've seen you, 2 weeks since I've been in your arms, 1 month since I felt your soft hands. That picture of you never left my head. The perfectness of all that we had spread out within me like a picnic, waiting for our regularity to come back. When I saw you again, everything changed. The countdown lived in your head now, but it was different. 2 more minutes till I leave. An hour more of awkwardness, 3 days of freedom. I guess my loving countdown wasn't enough. I had to beg you, I'd beg for you to see me. Am I invisible? I'm not invincible. Hold me, take my hand. A life without you is like a countdown. 3 months without seeing you, 6 months without being in your arms, and it's been a year since you last took my hand. The house seems so much darker. The sounds are somewhat gray. The happiness of living left home with you that day. The picture still remind me that you were really here. But all that I can see now is your favorite empty chair. My whole life I've known you, but now you have gone away. My memories are like movies in my head. It is where they play. My life carries on regardless, they say. It gets easier to bear, but they haven't been to my house and seen your empty chair. I'm not sure I should move on. What if you're still here? I know your body is laid to rest, but is your soul and spirit near? I make sure that it's nice and clean. It eases my despair to think that somehow you live on in your favorite empty chair. They say that time's a healer. I'm not sure that it's true, but everywhere I go in life, my thoughts return to you. My heart is always lonely, but I'm too lost to care. I'll carry on just sitting here in your once favorite empty chair. No. In the vast expanse of the universe, where stars twinkle and galaxies swirl, there exists a force so powerful that it can alter, that it can shatter even the strongest heart. Love, oh love, a double-edged sword, a flame that burns bright yet leaves scars in its wake. Only love can't hurt like this. The pain so deep, so raw, it feels like a dagger through the soul, leaving us gasping for air. It creeps in uninvited, like a thief in the night, stealing our peace, our sanity, leaving us broken and bruised. But amidst the chaos and the tears, there's a glimmer of hope, for only love can also heal, binding up the wounds that cause. So we embrace the pain, knowing that it is a sign of love so pure, so true, that it can withstand any storm. Only love can hurt like this, but only love can also mend. And in the end, we find solace in the beauty of a heart that loves so fiercely. The weight of sadness is a collar, it chokes you, burdens you, cuts you, owns you, but in the end you forget it's even there. I'm not him, I'm not her, and yet I still tried my best to be, and in doing so I dropped myself. A smile that is not mine, as sewn onto your face, and yet all you notice, all you care about is how the stitches are uneven, not that they are there in the first place. I am a ghost of those around me, a thief of traits and talents. I am an echo of my surroundings. Nothing about me is original or real. You look stressed. You seem different. That is because I don't trust you anymore. With my smile, I explode over the smallest things, but I know I can because they aren't truly the things breaking me. If I cry over a stub toe, it is because my hand was cut off the day before and I shed no tears. You're telling me the world never stopped spinning and time kept moving steadily onward. Nothing paused, nothing halted. Nobody knows how much I shattered, how I bruised hands with a figure that looked oddly like death. I can't believe it. How could you all forget? How had I left undone for you and your friends? I gave up my everything, my name, my fame, my time, my care, but still you left me in despair. You came to me every time you were stuck. I helped you out like a lame follower, but what did you do when I came to you? Oh, worry not, just let me tell you. You said leave, we don't need you around. You know, you make us look so weak indeed. I look up and down these narrow halls where I know we had our fancy dress balls. I wish I could see the place where I first saw you in despair. It was a lovely, lively night, a lively night, I know, but you sat there all morose. I found it quite queer that I decided to go inquire. Your eyes lit up in a way I can't tell. You looked at me as your savior. We talked all through the night, and I promised at the end I'll never leave you stranded like them. But what was to ask you of the same? 'Cause you left me saying I'm lame. Oh, you left me? Oh, you really think so? I can't believe you're not the same when I met on New Year's Eve. So come now and make this all end. I cannot endure it all again, so please set me free from the spell and let it be our last promise. My love grows wings, a lost bird in an unfamiliar sky. In my dreams, your voice still rings, but here the silence only seems to intensify. The cavern, my heart grows and echoes, and quiet echoes fade into the abyss. I've kept your image alive through many snows. Oh, how bittersweet it is to remnants. But if love can fly, then perhaps that means I can too. The harshest lesson is how to say goodbye, though I don't believe this is the last time I've seen of you. Birds can fly all the way to the moon and sing to you all the words I have spoken. I'd remind you that I'll join you your sky soon, but at least down here the silence has been broken. I never was able to put into words why I was so enraptured by the color red, for in my head my reasoning was blurred, forced to be someone who concurs. What many see as wrath, I saw as desire. Our love was fueled by fire, but only one of us was left with a gash. Our fates were nothing if not fickle, letting our paths meet, only for us to end up in different streets with me drowning in the tears that were unable to do but trickle. My red heart had once belonged to you, but in your absence it grew green, as if desperately trying to become anew. For the color that was once my favorite suddenly became obscene. I'll be there for you. Mark my words, I swear to you. When you breathe, I want to be the air for you. I'll be there for you. Heartbreak, warfare. Eyes, heartbreak is her sunlit memory barely held by a wooden clothespin. It hangs and glares before your eyes, mocking as it fades into an empty film strip. Heartbreak is a lost soul, left to perish in her ghost town, and warmer sunsets are lifetimes away. A wonder wall left standing pinned, Polaroids, desperate scratches. Your head fought hard and long, for this but homes are made for breaking and crumbling and leaving, especially in the losing side mouth. Heartbreak is a paper tag of a goodbye caught in her lips. It is a metaphor that melts at the soft space under your tongue, a certain bittersweet taste made for drowning with a cold lacquer. A stranger whispers in the pearls of his unfiltered cigarette kiss. Heartbreak is statement, a manic scream into a delicate, defeated sigh, out of a sync with the way she breathed. But then sighing still, it hurts, and breathing still, it hurts, because you're alive, you're so alive for this unbuffered pain. Chest heartbreak is begging your chest not to break. Aim it a lithomaniac rush. A heartbreak is a Prozac, a throbbing, a treacherous, stuck in your ribs, begging to be held like it doesn't hurt. Heartbreak is a sight, a buried lavender, lithiums, asking for a eulogy. Silence is equally as oppressive. It is your body betraying you, like a city undone by its smokes. It is a quiet word, not a poem, because poems are beautiful despite the pain. And this isn't hands. Heartbreak is your shaky hand flipping through of the last years of tragedy. A heroine dies, a stray star falls, a maiden leaves on a horse-drawn carriage. There is no change of the end, and heartbreak is reaching for the empty space in bed, leaving your fingers in the technique-colored bruises. How can emptiness break one's bones? Heartbreak is scrubbing your skin dry, raw, and untouchable, where she once laid her kisses. Heartbreak is your nails, digging through her letters in utter despair for invisible ink, promise, and the postscript, and strange lover and familiar flesh, only to find torn sheets, spilled wine, and a finality. Legs. Heartbreak is coming home to dirty laundry all over these cold, wistful floors. A heartbreak is walking in hushed tiptoes, only to trip and fall down. A memory lane of all the wounds that can possibly hurt. It is catching an empty train to somewhere unloving hurt. It is possible, doable. Heartbreak is teaching your legs to run away from the chaos of her naked skin and not to fall at her feet. But still you fall, and you fall, and you break what's left of your bones, chasing after something that's already gone long before I had to say goodbye. So turn your back and hold your heart. It breaks harder, louder, and worse before it settles down and sits as quiet aching. A forgotten film strip, a soundless breath, a calm poem, a serene night. Just let me tell you a story about 6 people I met. Let me just say, the first day that they are famous, they are always talked about. But don't envy me or feel anything bad, because don't worry, you will meet them all too. Or perhaps you have probably met them. You probably met some of them already. We all did. Now I will tell you a story of when I met them, or where I met them, and how I met them. I first met happiness when my mom bought me when my mom bought me my dream bar. I first met happiness when I started rapping relentless. They tell you it gets better. I will tell you the truth. I am good at telling the truth and bad at being heard. I hear your sorrow. I see that your blood trickles like tears like mine. I'm telling you what they're afraid to say because they don't want you quitting. Selfish little children tell you your pain isn't valid, that it will flee if you want. If you wait, darling, I saw it in your eyes. I heard you break, and I'll tell you, I wish you'd seen me back when I was being told what you are. It'll get better. Time heals all wounds. I wish you'd seen me raw as a skinned, fresh and ready for chopping. I wish you'd seen my eyes when my guard toppled and I was truth. I'm telling you now my truth, and I think it's yours. Heartbreak, girl. They're lying to you. Don't be discouraged. Don't be sad. You've gotten through. You're getting through the worst. But they like to say the people who care but don't know. They like to say it goes away like a cut scars. But we both know about that, don't we? Heartbreak girl. They're lying to you. What happens in this healing happens. Yes, healing after a fashion, but not in the way you want it to. Healing from love is not healing from injury. It's not a broken arm which can be set and cast and grown back like new, with only a little crack along the edge, fixed with a pin or a cast, a stitch or two, and a pale shiny line along the place where your skin parted ways with the rest of you. No love like this broken love. Heartbreak girl, it doesn't heal quite right. It's like the old man down the street who was shot in the war, and they had to cut his fingers off, little stubs left behind that feel like they're whole, but they don't grab like they used to. He loses things, and not big things, not always, not everything, not life, but it's never the same after. Never the same after. Heartbreak warfare. That is what losing a love is like. A heartbreak isn't a break; it's a hole, hole. That means you'll never be whole. It's a hole. That means you'll never be whole. Something you find something you find that time doesn't treat the way they all say. Time heals all wounds. It's a true statement in essence, but not literally, not in actuality. But time lends its distance. Take a lot longer than you think, just like that old man to learn to live without your hand. I'm giving it to you straight. Heartbreak girl. You'll live again, you'll walk again, but you always have a limp. See, if it will feel like they all lied all the time, a long time ago, longer than you can expect yourself for taking over some stupid girl who broke your heart a long time ago, and you'll be ashamed, but you'll just keep going on and on and on. You'll just keep going on. Doesn't necessarily called sad, even when there's no tears. Doesn't necessarily called scar, even though there's no mark. Doesn't necessarily called pain, even when it doesn't show. Heartbreak. I am used to hearing this word on a daily basis, maybe a little too often. But my point here is everyone knows someone utters that they are in a heartbreak once in a while. So what is heartbreak to you when someone can't keep their promises while they have the chance to? Uncertainty, friends who love, being disappointed when the butterflies are no longer here, seeing you smile, but I'm not the reason. That breaks my heart from the start. Lightning strikes inside my chest to keep me up at night. Dream of ways to make you understand my pain. Clouds of sulfur in the air. Bombs are falling everywhere. It's heartbreak warfare. Once you want it to begin, no one ever really wins. It's heartbreak warfare. If you want more love, why don't you say so? If you want more love, why don't you say so? Drop her name. push it in and twist a knife again. Watch my face as I pretend to feel no pain. Pain clouds of sulfur in the air. Bombs are falling everywhere. It's heartbreak warfare. Once you want it to begin, no one ever really wins. Heartbreak warfare. Heartbreak warfare. If you ever never been in love, how can you know the pain of true gut-wrenching heartbreak? You'll suffer time and time again. Keep emotion at a distance. Don't get all sad when you see the rain. For if you've never been in love, you can never know the pain. Just how many hands, how many kinds of heartbreak do I have to suffer through? How many kinds of heartbreak do I have to suffer through? Just why does every heartbreak bring me running back to you? I've lost count of all the breakups and the makeups I've been through. Tell me, why does every heartbreak bring me running back to you? There's an empty kind of something that I just can't not enjoy. It's a feeling that comes with heartbreak. It's a void, but there is pain. Your head is stuck on empty. Your heart, it feels the same. If you've never loved another, you'll think that you have gone insane. You grow a little stronger with every broken heart. Just get out and push through it. That's the best way you can start. If you've never been in love, how can you know the pain? Remember, like the weather, there's always sunshine after the rain. Just how many kinds of heartbreak do I have to suffer through to bring me back to you? And all these years, they told you that heartbreak would be not being able to do anything, crying most of the days, not being okay for a long time, being able to hear the sound of your heart breaking, the heartbreak syndrome. They would say time heals. Everyone promised this too shall pass. Everyone whispered it will strengthen you. They encouraged. What they did not tell you was that heartbreak would make you think. Do the unthinkable, crying on your bathroom floor during a shower, muffling your cry on your pillow, trying to explore yourself, meditate, read books, watch movies, writing, waking up with puffy eyes and have to go on like nothing happened. Lock yourself in your own room at night. When you get home, lying awake staring at the ceiling, counting on what you did wrong, replaying every scene's endless pools of tears, those kind that make you really tired, not the sleepy kind of tired, but the God, please end this kind of tired, praying to God to please just end this, for you cannot take more pain, asking God on what you had done wrong in your life to deserve this kind of pain. Do I even still believe in God? They did not tell you that heartbreak changes your perspective in life, that it would feel like you are suffocating and unable to breathe. Where is the air? Even when you sleep, you wake up and dreaming about her again. The desperation to end it, that you would Google how to deal with heartbreak, or the desperation to ask people for help, but you know it's useless and you don't want to be a burden. Or when you hear others telling you about their relationship and you cannot even give them any advices anymore. I used to be so good at giving advices, you thank yourself, but not anymore. If only I could follow my own advice, rhyme after rhyme. Only God knows why. Only God knows why. They did not tell you that heartbreak would make you numb. When you are surrounded by people, the way you get yourself throughout the day and do the daily routines, laughing, doing random things, being weird, you are still the same old you. Even after all these things, they would say, no, I'm not. You tell yourself, even when your heart is broken, or of a way that you would act like you had never got your heart broken, or of a way others would tell you their problems, and you have to act like you are okay, and you have none. They did not tell you that heartbreak would make you feel this useless, like how suddenly you think of, I am so broken, I'm leaving heaven, I'm broken. Angels walk by me and say, where are you going? I need to be leaving heaven because I'm drunken and broken and I'm undeserving, and yet you cannot even think of telling anyone because of how pointless it would be. What's the use? They don't get it like I do. You would think they did not tell you that heartbreak would take this long to heal. Time heals, I used to say. This too shall pass. I used to tell my friend about how, but now I am not so sure anymore. Time heals, they say. Oh, I'm still waiting for the time mine will heal. I'm still waiting for the time my broken heart will heal. One day, my best friend sent me her poems, and one poem hit far too close to home. Heart heartbreaker world spins and it whirls and it twirls. Heartbreak is like a knife, a physical knife stabbing you in your weakest areas. Heartbreak, surely the pain will fade, but there'll always be a scar after heartbreak. You trust less, you're careful about who you let in. You're afraid that they're all going to hurt you. Heartbreak that leads to more heartbreak. Heartbreak shatters once good lives. There are two types of broken hearts in life: the positive heartbreak and the negative heartbreak. A positive heartbreak is earned when we are very young and our parents come home to surprise us with a gift so grand it breaks our hearts. Now this is not your average heartbreak. One would assume that upon your heart you lose it and you feel nothing but pain. A positive heartbreak is the exact opposite of that. Upon growing up, so does your heart, like a snake shedding skin or a baby chick hatching its egg for the first time. The heartbeats in your chest start to race, pumping faster and faster, making your heart grow quicker and quicker. Suddenly your heart grows so big it shatters out of its old form and grows larger, breaking out of its shell and growing with you, building things like trust, companionship, loyalty, joy, and more happiness. A negative heartbreak is what everyone would expect after a break or a divorce. One might feel their love, their trust is lost, their happiness stolen, their pride robbed. They may feel betrayed and shattered, resulting in a negative heartbreak. Both of these are very common and both beautiful and tragic. Heartbreak warfare.